This is a presentation of RVT Entertainment.
This isn't about the dead, it's about the living. It's about my mother. It's about my sister. It's about my wife. It's about the 14 years it took me to go from undesirable to ungoddamn deniable.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true.
Because I'm better than you, and you know it.
In the back, there are men and women, seasoned professionals, dues paid in full, gunning to be the best.
I'll always light the way, and all you have to do is let me in.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
The cream of the crop! Nobody does it better.
Hey, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wrestle-Cast, presented by RVT Entertainment on Podomatic.com, Spotify, YouTube, and wherever else meat find is fine. Audio recording it live on RVT Entertainment's official Twitch.tv channel. Talking about professional wrestling both in the mainstream and the independent scene. My name's Matty J, that is DWK. Woo! 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 And no! Also, Shintigercurl.
It's dim sometime, and you dickheads are fucking late.
Wait, what?
Go fuck another fish, assholes.
Ha! I get it.
I don't?
You will. You will.
You will, Matty J. One of these days you will get it. When you do, you'll come back to Shintigercurl.
Oh, wait a minute. Now I get it. It took a minute. Man, we cannot see in a suit that calls himself Peacemaker.
There you go. I told you you'd get it.
Yeah.
The greatest cameo of all time in a television series.
Yep.
And for those wondering, yes, that is, you could hear children. Do not mind the T-dub. We haven't minded it yet. Anyway, that's why he does push talk in this particular show. Peacemaker. I have not watched the finale, but I've heard things. Looking forward to watching that after the show.
Yes, sir.
But actually, I thought binging more Iron Chef, which is on Tubi, and not Iron Chef America, as in the OG Iron Chef, with the Food Network dubs and everything.
Chairman Kaga.
Yup.
Fukusan.
Fukui-san? Yes, sir. Go ahead.
The challenger has reported that he's run out of duck butt, so he's replaced it with duck ass. And we'll see how well this works out for him in the future, huh?
All right. Well, thank you very much. Looks like we're going to have some more ass boys in this recipe. Which will be very nice, but unfortunately very evil. We cannot replicate the camp. I'm sorry. We can't. We cannot.
No. It's impossible. No.
Plus, yeah, of course, your boy's Iron Chef Japanese Masahiro Morimoto. My boy's Iron Chef French, I should say. But that's another story for another day.
Yeah.
Anyway, how you doing, T-Dub? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, let's take care of business, because there is business to be taken care of. First off, there is no hard out at 10. Rampage is done. Yay! So we get to do a show with no time limit, though we'll probably still keep it to 2 hours. But there is a lot to talk about, because last week was slow news week, and we had the shades on, and he helped pat out the thing because, well, we were all in love with Keith Lee, but not to the level of Adam Blampier's love of Keith Lee, of course. But this week, all the news. For a second, I thought the biggest news would be a human zoo enthusiast wants to wrestle the world's greatest beer drinker. No. That's like tip of the fucking iceberg. And Bobber33, first time in a while, what's he say? The Shades is the Brock Lesnar of the Wrestle-Cast. Really? If he wasn't, if he was in the chat, they're going to call him Dave.
He's like Brock Lesnar, but he wears sunglasses indoors and he's animated. He's cartoon.
Shades, if you're listening, this one's for you. Dave!
Brock Lesnar is here. Brock Lesnar is here.
No, I'm not David Shin. He knows Minoru Suzuki. Don't want to fuck with that. Anyway, shall we do the thing, boys? We got winners and losers. Where you got our clip that's come up? You know what the fuck the clip is, but you'll get to enjoy it anyway. Bobbert, eat, sleep, mark out, repeat. Well, that's pretty much all of us, don't you think? It's pretty much all of us. Anyway, that being said, we have a show, so let's get straight to it. Dynamite happened, as always. It was always fun. And it opened with CM Punk. And let me set the scene, actually. You know, you have the opening, pyro, stuff flows up, and then the crane shot. There's CM Punk in the ring with a small-looking podium. Oh, wait, it's a box. And he opens with the promo, with the part of the promo that you're going to hear. And he pulls out at the end of that promo a particular prop to be used at Revolution. And he ends the promo by getting deep into Maxwell Jacob Freeman's head. But for the part that we are interested in ladies and gentlemen, all I got to say is take a listen to CM Punk showing you how the fuck it is done. Take a listen, please.
If you don't know by now, you should. My name is CM Punk, and what I am is straight edge. I'm drug-free. I'm alcohol-free, and that means I'm better than you. Does that sound familiar? Those words I spoke for the first time over 20 years ago, and they became the foundation of my career. And I can sit here in Nashville, Tennessee, and feel pride that foundation grew into such a career that I have managed to inspire the next generation of professional wrestling. Some of them are sitting in the locker room right now. Some of them became wrestlers because of me. Some of them became straight edge because of me. Hell, some of them sit like I do. And then there's MJF. He tries to walk like me, to talk like me. He could never think like me. But when he beat me in my hometown, twice, you would think that I would be furious, that I would be mad. But to tell you the truth, Max, I'm proud of you. Where you stray from the path is you fail to retain the knowledge of the lessons that you are being taught. Maxwell Jacob Friedman fancies himself Piper in Portland, Brett in Calgary, and Punk in Chicago, when in reality he's just shitty little Max from shitty little Long Island. The foundation of Max's career has been a ring that he has used to beat opponent after opponent, and it's a ring that he won with help from other people. So now the situation is this because of last week. Shout out to John Moxley, thanks for the assist. I now get to pick the time, the place, the date, and the match for my rematch with Little Max. So we'll get right to it. The time, probably right after sundown. The place is Orlando, Florida. The date is March 6th, The pay-per-view is called Revolution. Which leaves us with the match. And I started to think about some of my toughest matches. And I thought the situation that I'm in, maybe you put me in a cage. No, but let's be honest. I've seen Wardlow. I'm sure he can climb a cage. And Max can still run. Max can still climb out of a cage and run from the lessons that he so desperately needs to be taught. Piper in Portland. So I go back into the vault and I think of these matches that I've had with legends, matches that were hard. And the cage matches seem like they were easy because, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, I've won more cage matches than I've lost. And losing got me thinking of what are the toughest matches I've ever lost. And the ironic thing about losing a tough match is that's when you learn. Those are the lessons that I really retain, because we need Max to learn some lessons. So I thought back on the toughest matches of my career, matches where I've literally left pieces of myself in the ring. And I think Piper in Portland. Piper in Portland. Max, you want to be tethered to Piper so bad, you're going to have to be tethered to me. And 2 days removed from the Hallmark holiday, Valentine's Day, I'm left without a Valentine. And it's very poetic that I get to ask you the question, Max. Piper had his, now I have mine. Maxwell Jacob Friedman, will you be my Valentine?
And for those wondering, he pulled out a pair of dog collars tethered to a chain. Piper Valentine, Starrcade 83. Rhodes, Mr. Brody Lee. A little bit during the pandemic Dynamite era. Punk, MJF will be the third mainstream dog collar match in wrestling history. Not the third overall, but the third big one.
And I assume it'll be just as bloody as the last two.
And just like that, AJ Lee is utterly jealous.
Oh, double pun.
Because Punk is never that kinky with her in the bedroom.
You know what? I'm going to let you. I'm going to let you assume that's what you think. That's your headcanon, not mine.
Really, Phil? You give him the dog collar? and I thought you were kinky.
What? I let you wear the spandex and the latex.
Everyone wears the spandex. I wanted the fucking dog collar.
I let you tie me up with barbed wire. How more hardcore kinky do you want me to get?
Before this gets any more out of hand, I guess I'll get to
please.
News because it's a big one.
It's a big one.
First up, we have.
I hope there's a few things that you did not leave out because they need to be discussed. But we'll talk. Let's go.
First up, we have the latest signing from All Elite Wrestling. They picked up this past weekend Nick Wayne.
Never seen the guy work. How is he good?
Yes, he is 16 years old and he is amazing. Technically, though, he's not a full-time wrestler. He's, I guess the word you could use is apprenticeship. Like I said, he's 16 years old.
Fair. Okay. Investment in the future. I get the feeling there.
Yeah, he had a match this past weekend, and then Darby Allin just walked out to the ring and said, "Hey, you want a contract?"
Oh yeah, this was was it Defy Wrestling? I think it is.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly. Yeah.
And
got a big pop of the crowd. I'll tell you that much.
Apparently, this was 100% shoot.
Best way to do a surprise.
So congratulations to Nick Wayne making waves. Like, That is gigantic. To be 16 years old, already have the attention of AEW. That is gigantic.
You know what? The recruiting philosophy was, no matter your size, if you're over and can continue to keep yourself over, you are in.
If he keeps himself healthy and out of trouble, his future is set.
Yeah, absolutely. I see no reason to think he will fuck up. Knock on wood, of course.
Yeah, let's hope he doesn't turn into a crack addict overnight because of your jinxing.
I'll settle for not Antonio Brown. How about that? How about not Antonio Brown? Shin,
True.
you got that immediately, I'm sure.
It's familiar, but you're going to have to refresh my memory.
Clown, it ran away from, it literally made himself a clown, and you could Google it. You could Google it.
Nevertheless.
It's a long list.
Nevertheless, while some people are coming in, there are those that must leave. And to the shock of everyone, the two people leaving this week are none other than top executives Cody and Brandy Rhodes.
We are not fucking around with this one. Okay, fair enough.
We're diving
All
right
right,
into
now
this.
with Brandy, I'm going to start with Brandy because obviously the big fish is Cody, and we all have differing opinions, I think, on this. A lot of people are split on what was Brandy Rhodes loved. A few people came out saying, "No, she was cool." Everybody else in the media industry said, "Oh, Brandy Rhodes was a bitch." Personally, I think it was a little bit of both, and a lot of people were like, "Wait, what? You're leaving? Fuck! Why are you leaving now?"
Well, according to all of the dirty rag sheets, Cody wanted more money, and apparently it was not in Tony Khan's budget, and it wouldn't be up until 2024 when they would get the new TV deal, but I guess Cody didn't quite want to wait that long, and apparently WWE was offering him more money.
Now, we should mention that it is reported but not confirmed. You know, all we know is that WWE, Vince McMahon really wants some Cody Rhodes in his roster. Now, I know Shin has his opinion. I'm just going to speak mine before Shin speaks his. Personally, I'm of the JD from New York thought of it. Money's nothing. Cody wants his booking power back because he liked booking a few things. He liked his creative control. If it was truly about money, WWE should be offering Cody Rhodes Roman Reigns money. And so, you know, I brought that up on Twitter, and someone said, "Well, no, Roman Reigns is like $5 million. There's no way he's going to." Like, Vince wants Cody. If he wants him that bad, Roman Reigns money. And then Extreme, even if Cody wasn't making $3 million plus, he still had other shows, all those other shows, and the freedom. Why give it up? And I'm perplexed by that too. But again, if you're that focused on the booking power, you don't care about the money.
If he's so focused on booking power, then he wouldn't go to WWE.
So a lot of people saying he's working with WWE. If Cody goes to WWE, it goes to the Fed. My thought on it is like, there's no fucking way he's going for a 2-year, 3-year, 5-year deal. There's no fucking way. No way. If Cody's going to WrestleMania, it is to be at WrestleMania. Otherwise, after WrestleMania, give it 3 weeks like anybody else on that fucking roster. So, and a lot of people thinking, oh, this is a work like when Pillman got fired from WCW. And you know what? Shin, I think you have a better handle on that conspiracy theory on that. I don't believe it myself. I think there's too many things at work that we are not seeing or not allowed to see. I think at this point, I think you have a better handle. I think you and Jesse had a better handle on it.
Yeah. Before I go into this, I just want to preface this with something. I have been a Cody Rhodes fan for as long as he's had a career. I was a fan of his when I first saw him induct his father alongside his brother into the WWE Hall of Fame, and something told me to keep an eye on this kid. Something told me there was potential untapped there, and if he became a wrestler, I would keep an eye on him. Then he became a wrestler, and I kept an eye on him ever since. From when he was just starting out, when he was teaming with Hardcore Holly, when he became a part of Legacy, when he teamed with Ted Jr., when he was dashing Cody Rhodes, Dr. Doom Cody Rhodes, Porn Stash Cody Rhodes, regular ass Cody Rhodes, Rhodes Scholars Cody Rhodes, and of course Stardust. And remember, and I was saying way back when we were part of, when the show was part of That Guy with the Glasses.com. Anytime Cody Rhodes came up, I always said he's going to be world champion one day. He's going to be world champion one day. You can attest to this, Matty. I always used to say that when it came to Cody Rhodes.
Ring of Honor World Champion, NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. He got 2 of those.
Yeah. So, and they didn't see what they had in him. And so he struck out and he gambled on himself, and he hit 21, like Kenny. And it was amazing to see him grow and mature into the wrestler that he is today. Not the best wrestler in the in-ring sense, but the best in terms of ring psychology, telling stories in the ring. Like, the only other people I know that could do it as well as him is Triple H and Randy Orton. So that's some good company. So when I heard this, I wasn't mad. I'm like, if this is what he wants to do, all for it. I will still support him in whatever, because I'm that much of a fan of him. I'm scared for him. And if he goes to the WWE, he will not be treated the way he should be treated. I'm scared of what they're going to do to him. Not just because they don't see him as a main event player, but out of spite. And we've all know how Vince and Kevin and TK and Bruce are when it comes to this kind of stuff. They are petty as fuck, and you really don't think that Cody is going to go to the Fed and be treated like anything close to a big deal? No, they're going to punish him. They're going to punish him for having the gall to not only leave, but create the dare to make a name for himself and make a company that rivals them that company to this day. So I didn't really ask this question until Heel Jesse from the Off the Script podcast asked it. Like, why? Why would he do this? And the reasons that we've been given don't make sense. Like, why would he say he wants more creative control? If he goes to the Fed, he will have no creative control. Very minusculely no creative control. He's not Roman Reigns. He's just going to be another cog in the wheel. So that can't be it. The money, he could be making more money than he is now on the indies than he ever could with the Fed. He could work any company that he wants, and they will treat him like a star. They will roll out the fucking red carpet for him. He wants to be an executive. He'll never be an executive in WWE. Not even close.
He wouldn't be allowed the access to the creative team, much less an executive role. The only close thing he would do is NXT, and that is a dead ass brand.
Yeah, and it's not like he doesn't know what is going on over there. He's not some young, wet behind the ears rookie who dreams of going to the WWE and making it to WrestleMania. He's been to WrestleMania. Had one of his best matches with Rey Mysterio.
The only legitimate reason you would go to WWE right now would be the main event WrestleMania. Yeah, that you have double the chances, but at this point, you got one match. You already have both matches set up. There's no way in hell you're touching the last match on either card.
The only match he could put, the only match that would be a marquee match for him to wrestle in, would be Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns, and
Roman Reigns is going to be busy with a particular beast.
Yeah, he's not going to go anywhere near the Universal title, not as long as Roman Reigns is holding it, and he's still going to hold it because Tribal Chief. So, but here's the thing. This is what it makes me think it's work. And I don't think anybody thought about this. We getting all these stories, all this news reports coming out about why Cody may have left, about him blowing up, having a blow up with Tony Khan, and I'm like, it took me a while, but this is the same company that kept the biggest secret in wrestling for months, and nobody heard a word about it. With Brody Lee dying, nobody said shit, and they kept that shit a secret. But now, all this stuff is coming out about how Brandy was a bitch, and how Cody Rhodes had an ego, and how he didn't like the fact that TK took a lot of reigns from him. Like, where does this stuff coming from? AEW is, in my opinion, the most tight-lipped organization on the entire fucking planet, and now we're hearing about all this shit just coming out now.
Well, there's also the CM Punk leak.
Yeah, but the CM Punk leak. Well, we kind of knew that already. But this is a very tight-lipped. This is a very tight-lipped thing. Enigma. Yeah, Amanda Huber came out and gone public. Like, this could be a shoot. Like, all of it just doesn't make sense when you really, really think about it.
It just doesn't seem to make any sense to make this work, because if it is, then they'll lose a lot of public trust.
Yeah, and Cody should know this. They are not going to treat him like the big deal that he is and he was in AEW. In AEW, he was one of the most intriguing things to watch because you didn't know what was going on with him, but you still wanted to watch. If he goes to WWE, at best, he will do a mid-card run with either the U.S. or the Intercontinental title. At worst, he will be in Titus Catering, chasing around the 24/7 title and losing and jobbing out to Veer Mahan whenever he gets there.
Now, in fairness, that's the worst case scenario, and that's pretty much the scenario that I envision. Oh, he might get the WrestleMania push, and Vince he'll play him. He'll make him feel good. After WrestleMania season, 3 weeks and he's done. And Nick Khan will like, we're paying him that much? Cut him.
I think if he does sound WWE, I think he might actually be one of the safe people because he's a Rhodes.
Yeah, but it's not a lot of the stuff that's gone down between them. Remember, he's going back to the same company that kept his name hostage for over 3+ years while he was away from them. That kind of stuff that doesn't get swept under the rug. I mean, and plus you got to also think about his reality TV show and him working on the next big on the Go Big show. He's not going to be able to do that shit when he's working with the Fed. They're not going to allow him to have his own shit and make his own money. Fuck that.
I just can't see this being a work at all. Just not even 1%. So
I get the feeling that it's in between the lines. I get the feeling again. I think he's going for WWE, but it'll be a short-term deal. Going to WrestleMania going to WWE for a month. WWE said, well, we can't give you the main event, but we got someone that you think you would want to face and get in a high-profile match. Not main event, but high enough profile that it is enticing. I don't know what that would mean, but generally that's what I'm thinking.
But who
and
could he wrestle?
Afterwards, it's like, all right, thank you very much. Thanks for the handshake. And he's a free agent again. I don't think Cody is dumb enough to go for 3 or 5 years, whatever the length is offered here. He's not. He's smart enough to realize, yeah, this is a volatile environment, and hey, go in, do what I got to do, get out. Also, this could just be very well be a shoot, and it's like I'm not. And Cody may think, hey, it's obvious I'm not liked, and absence makes the heart grow fonder. He's got the money. He's got the house. Everything's paid up. He's probably got a little bit of money in the bank. He's got a kid at home, in the same way as Johnny Gargano. By the way, congratulations to the Gargano family. I know it's on the list. We'll make a bigger deal of it later, of course.
Yeah.
Mayhaps Cody and Brandy just want to chill for a couple of months, maybe half a year.
Yeah, but it just brings up
maybe it's a case of things got overheated and let's go our separate ways. Let's not show up. Let's sever everything and say, hey, let's just chill for a while and then come back to it in a couple months where everybody's calm.
If it was anybody else but Cody Rhodes, I would probably say, yeah, that is. But like I said, I've watched this motherfucker grow from a wet behind the ears rookie to where he is now. And I know how fucking intelligent he is. I know how old school he is. And I want to say this is a shoot, but when things just don't line up for it to be a shoot, and
Maybe it's a little bit of both. Maybe there's a lot of smoke screen going on here, and Gut's probably throwing in Cody on control your narrative. That could be another option.
That could be, I've not heard.
I don't. On a percentage, say it's maybe a 2% chance that might happen. But again, I don't think Cody is dumb enough to sign a full-term WWE contract. No fucking way. There's still baggage there. There's still damaged goods there.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, you could say it's not. It's a work. I don't believe it's a work. Again, it's one of those. You read. I think people read between the lines to see something, and sometimes you read between the lines and you see a middle finger. I don't think it's worth looking at it. Sometimes what you see is what you get. There's news of a falling out, and obviously WWE will do what WWE does and try to score somebody. And it's reasonable thinking to see, hey, Vince Jr. really wants Cody to fuck over Tony Khan. I can believe that. Absolutely, I can believe that. I don't think it's as simple as, oh, he wants to do something. I can't believe he would go for a full-term WWE contract. Not without a shitload of money. It's a lot of guarantees thrown in there to be sure he's not getting truly fucked over. I don't think it's going to happen, at least not on a full contract
There's one
basis.
clause that Cody would put into his contract. Big, bold letters, no Stardust.
Yeah.
I was making the joke in the Dynamite Rampage call chat. I was like, all right, cool, you want me? Okay. You want me to put over Roman Reigns? Fuck you, pay me. Put over the guy, run at the Tone 24 title? Fuck you, pay me. Stardust game, pay me. Stardust gimmick, fuck you, pay me more.
There you go.
Like I said, having thought about it though, I'm like, I can't go full work on this. I can't. They're not. They have a lot of trust on this. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's as simple as that. This is a work or a shoot. This is a very complex thing, and Tony Khan would not have just let it go and say they're done on the willy-nilly.
I can't see this being anything but a shoot. This just happens sometimes in wrestling. Sometimes
Okay, sorry about that. Check 1, 2, 3.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, there. You guys hear me, but I couldn't hear you guys.
you know what's all about the boo.
Thank you. My laptop, there's a wire that's loose, and you do it just the right way, and it disconnects everything. That's been what's been going on my end, and I just bumped it by accident. So there you go. And I'm not gonna hit the whole. Actually, I think I need to hit the thing just for technical. There we go. Let me just hit the thing there. There we go. Old computer is old, folks. I bumped the wire on the thing, and I need to replace the thing. Moving on. Anyway, again, we're overthinking. I think a lot of people are overthinking this. Personally, is what I'm trying to say. I can't think this. I don't think it's a work. If it is a work, it's one of those. Yeah, well, okay. We'll leave. It's one of those. We'll leave the door open, and then we'll go back to the negotiating table when we're all calmed the fuck down. Take a couple months off. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your kid. Enjoy your wife. Enjoy your home. We'll come back later. I don't think it's. If it is a work, it's one of those. Hey, we'll work them a little bit just in case you want to come back. Kind of works. I don't think it's a full-on Brian Pillman work.
You smart marks.
But
and again, a lot of people reading between the lines thinking it's a work. Look, sometimes it's a work. Sometimes it's a middle finger.
Added to this is the timing.
Yeah, the timing sucks, but here's the thing.
No, the timing is too perfect. I mean, in the same week that potentially Stone Cold Steve Austin makes a in-ring return at WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes suddenly leaves the company he helped found.
It's just a coincidence.
It's coincidental at that point. And again, that the Stone Cold thing, that's not confirmed either. Like, it's reported, but it has not been confirmed on WWE television. Until that is live in kayfabe, it's nothing. It is a rumor, effectively.
I'm not gonna. It's too suspicious for me to call it a shoot, and too suspicious for me to call it a shoot. But the only
there's a lot of stuff, and again, a lot of in between the lines writing, and a lot of people saying this and that. First off, it's WrestleMania season. We've been thinking, the big thing before Undertaker retired was Undertaker versus Sting, and that was for 10 years. That was the big thing that was going to happen, and it never happened. WrestleMania season, folks.
Above all else, work or shoot. If he goes to the Fed, I am scared for him.
Yeah. And again, I don't think it's full time. If he does, it ain't full time. It's a part-time gig, and it's a short-term gig. Cody's too smart to be stuck there for 3 more years.
Moving on before it takes up any other time.
Yeah, I think that's as far as we could go on that one.
Because I believe we're at an impasse here.
Check your mic, T-Dub.
So yeah, we're at an impasse here, so let's move on to something we can all agree on, and that's the celebration of the birth of baby wrestling.
As mentioned previously, congratulations to the lady wrestling, and then Johnny wrestling, and then baby wrestling, now known as Quill.
Quill Gargano.
Quill Gargano, and yes, as in Peter Quill, as in from Guardians of the Galaxy, Peter Quill. He is that nerdy, folks.
That's going to be one of the most heavy metal babies ever.
And he is going to cost Adam Cole the world title.
18 years? You're giving Adam Cole a long wrestling career, dude.
No, he's going to cost him the world title at Revolution. Johnny Gargano, Candice LeRae, they're going to be sitting in front row, and Baby Quill is going to have a sign up while Adam Cole is wrestling Hangman at Revolution. It says Keith Lee is better than Adam Cole.
Oh.
And he'll be too distracted by that and that awesome War Games playset.
I knew it. I knew it would go to that. I knew it.
Do you really think Johnny Gargano's going to bring a War Games playset to a pay-per-view in the front row?
Yes. Yes, he will.
Where is he going to find the space?
Wouldn't he be on paternity leave in the first place?
He will find a way.
Where's he going to find the space?
And Cole would just get out of the ring and just argue for like 10 minutes with Johnny Gargano about how Keith Lee is better than Adam Cole. Adam, you're supposed to be wrestling. Adam, you're supposed to be wrestling. I know, but I'm torn between my love for this awesome set and Keith Lee. I can't believe this. Can't believe this.
Sometimes you cannot change the Shintigercurl, folks.
It's going to happen. The match has been booked. It will happen.
So
what else we got, T-Dub?
We have the fact that 205 Live is now of the past and is being replaced with Level Up.
Yeah, 205 Live, which was dead a long time ago, is now Level Up. No E's, by the way, no E's. Because WWE thinks poor literacy is cool.
It's like that friend that you have that tries so hard to be cool, but you know he's just never going to be cool.
Hey, Junior, you ain't cool, you fucking chilly. And chilly ain't never been cool.
Yeah, it's just feeling like a new generation here all over again.
We're way past that. They are a new generation level again. They have knocked themselves back to 1995.
Yep.
If nothing else, the name of the show matches NXT 2.0, so at least now there's synergy.
It sounds like an early '80s Nickelodeon cartoon. I mean, game show. Game show.
I believe you mean
Yeah,
early
yeah.
90s.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Early 90s Nickelodeon game show.
Either
Hosted by
way, the Fed sucks.
Yes.
Well, one thing they don't talk about is their latest announcement for the Hall of Fame, which finally is The Undertaker. Oh, yes!
Look, it makes sense. It's been a couple of years. Taker's last appearance was the big celebration of the farewell to the Undertaker at Survivor Series. He hasn't taken a bump since. And crowds are back, and crowds will be allowed to be in the building for the Hall of Fame ceremony. So it stands to reason the headline act for the Hall of Fame, The Undertaker gets inducted. That's a slam dunk situation. And we've said in the past where like it only makes sense to bring The Undertaker to the Hall of Fame with a full crowd. Well, they're going to get a full crowd. May as well, ball as well.
Yep.
And there's very few people who deserve a Hall of Fame spot as much as Taker.
I don't think there's anyone in that roster, anyone who has worked in the Fed during his career that would argue otherwise.
Yep. The bigger question is who will induct him?
There are a lot of names you could choose.
Kane,
Obviously, those-
HBK, McFoley.
yeah,
Top
those are the
three.
most obvious ones.
You could also go Teddy Long.
That's a deep cut.
That's not really deep. That's a
And not just I don't
No,
not just for the one-on-one with the Undertaker tag team player. Not just that, though. That is the obvious reason why you would.
Oh,
do
right,
that.
WCW.
WCW.
When he was Mean Mark Callis.
That's
doesn't matter.
why it's a deep cut.
Yeah. You could also maybe throw $1 Million Man since he's the one who brought Taker to the Fed.
That's another one. Stone Cold Steve Austin would be an obvious one. He would, if the rumor is true, he would be in town for the event.
Also, if you want a real deep cut, have him be inducted by fake Undertaker.
God damn. Is he even still alive?
Crush.
I don't know.
Yeah, is Crush still alive?
Honestly,
I don't know, and I wouldn't even bother.
Ah. So I guess this makes sense why they're doing the whole Undertaker trilogy gimmick for the upcoming video game, because he's going to the Hall of Fame this year. All coming together.
Makes sense.
And you know what else makes sense?
What?
The fact that Matt Cardona defeated Trevor Murdoch for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship.
It was the right call.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with Trevor Murdoch. He'll get the belt back, I hope. But hot thing right now, hot heel. Makes sense.
Right now, Matt Cardona is literally the king of the Indies.
He literally is. And he is having a resurgence. He's been having it since last year. He's rolling with the momentum.
He has gone farther than he could ever have gone in the Fed.
No argument here, and like it seems that according to the social media posts, he seems to be starting a feud with Nick Aldis.
Yeah, he will. That's because he and Nick Aldis will be facing each other at the Crockett Cup for that said NWA World Heavyweight Championship.
So it'll be interesting to see if this is going to be a short-term run or something more in the long term.
Also, you could have the tag team. The tag team is right there. You could have Mike Cardona teaming with Brian Myers to go up against Nick Aldis and the finest thing in life, Doug Williams.
There you go.
Well, that'd be
That's a tag team match right there.
There you go. You can even do mixed tag.
Also, what's funny is that that light is Matt Cardona posted a picture on Twitter where he announced that he just recently got an NWA World Title replica sent to his house. And he said, hey, you may want to send that one to Nick Aldis since that's the last one he'll ever get. That was a nice word.
Gonna need a sensu for that one.
Also, whoever made that NWA replica did a good job because it looks almost identical to the one around his shoulder.
I believe that might be a fondue replica. They've been doing a lot of, they've been the big gold, and this one, the one that you saw with the actual maple leaf on the Canadian flag now, that's been one that's been floating around the belt circles for a while. So I would not be surprised that if that was the replica he's toting around.
Nice. No,
yes, I'm a belt nerd. Shut up. Y'all know I'm a belt Mark. Come on.
Well, you and me both. Well, getting on to Dynamite, where we discussed the CM Punk and MJF promo.
So we're not going to talk about Austin and Kevin Steen, then?
I mean, there's not much to it.
It's a rumor, but all I was going to say is, yes, please.
I don't want to see Steve Austin wrestling again. He had a nice career. It's over. Let him rest.
Yeah, he's been too long for him.
Yep.
Back would not be that good.
The last match Steve Austin had was 19 years ago.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I don't personally. I'm like, yeah, that better be just one of those Sting versus Taker rumors where it's not actually real, but it's my boy and him versus Austin just on the microphone alone. Yes, fucking please. But I'm with you guys.
This would be one of the longest gaps in matches in wrestling history.
Yeah,
it would.
So I don't know. I'll be fine if he just stays retired at this point. There was a time when he could have returned with excitement against Punk, but
that did not happen.
Yeah.
And that really would have been it for me. So going back to Dynamite, we already talked about CM Punk and MJF promo a bit, although MJF was stunned silent.
Yeah, you heard the promo earlier, and then of course he came out. Punk pulled out the infamous picture of MJF with Punk, and yep, that's gonna be a fight.
And that was one hell of an old picture.
Oh yeah,
must have been from 2010 or something.
2006, 7, I would believe.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Rosie O'Donnell, Max Freeman.
You are my sunshine.
He should bust that out for the feud, to build up for the feud.
That's a go home angle right there. If that dog collar match is the final match in that feud, that should be the final blow. That's the go home promo right there.
It was also announced via backstage promo that there's going to be a 3-way at Revolution, a 3-way tag team match player.
Yeah, the winner of a tag team battle royal and the rest of the people in that battle royal going into a casino tag royale. Those two winners meet Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. Triple threat match, World Tag Revolution.
Considering just how fucking deep this tag team division is, it could literally be any two teams, and I'd be happy.
Sentiments exactly.
And then we got our first match tonight, Amdrag versus Lee Moriarty. Holy hell, that was technical wizardry if I've ever seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you just want a nice little grounded technical match to clear the palate, like so much ginger.
Oh, yes. And with my favorite spot of the match being them upside down and striking each other in the face.
I have never seen that before.
Neither have I, so very well done with the innovation, gentlemen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fun
and after
shit.
Oh, yeah, and after Danielson picked up the victory, Mox made an appearance, and he answered Danielson's request to join up as a team by saying, I don't stand side by side with nobody till I bleed with them first. So that wasn't a yes, but it wasn't a no.
Basically saying, like, I'm not teaming up with anybody who's not ready to bleed with me.
Worked with Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, did it ever work with Eddie. Eddie could have blown himself up.
So I have a feeling that these two are going to face each other at Revolution, and then they'll form a tag team afterwards.
2-man power trip, the second chapter.
This time more manly more trippier, more powerier.
And with 100% less.
Ba-da-bump, ba-da-bump.
Well, you see, I had
The
to team with Steve Austin. It was the right move creatively. Even though there weren't any other baby faces at the time, but it had to be done.
The game!
Someone who knows how to play the game is Keith Lee, who they did a really nice promo profiling.
Oh, that was good. That was a good.
Great little promo package.
It was great to see a promo from Keith Lee where he didn't have to act like a Bearcat, wherever that is.
Hey, don't down a Bearcat. That's my alma mater's state mascot.
Really?
Yeah, Sam Houston State University Bearcats.
Then why did a Bearcat seem so lame on Raw?
Because it's the fucking Fed.
I suppose one reason is as good as any other, and speaking of reasons, Max Caster called Wardlow a bitch in this battle rap, and he paid for it oh so dearly.
Yeah, that's what you get when you make fun of Nashville hot chicken.
Gentlemen, if I may, Platinum Max Caster thought he would have an easy win going into the Face of the Revolution ladder match. But he found out deeply what happens when keeping it real goes wrong.
What he didn't know was that Wardlow's favorite food was Nashville hot chicken. Then he proceeded to powerbomb him 3 times.
From cutting one of the best promos of the evening to laying flat on the back, needing a spatula to scrape him off the mat. Platinum Max Caster found out what happens when keeping it real goes wrong.
My favorite part about that opening promo was him calling Wardlow MJF's bitch, and then Tony Schiavone saying, well, he's not exactly wrong in that sentiment.
Good old Tony. His unabashed hatred of MJF gives me life.
Yep.
Yeah, there's 2 people on that roster that Tony Schiavone will show nothing but hatred for. MJF and Adam Cole. Bowens attacked Wardlow after the match. Spears was too busy yakking it up with the fans to even notice. And by the time he did notice and get back into the ring, Wardlow's already taken advantage and was celebrating on the turnbuckle, so Spears took out a chair and thwacked the 2 gentlemen with it. Wow!
And where the hell have you been?
He needed to get his fix.
Clearly. So, just in case you weren't sure about the split, it is 100% happening by the end of the year. Like, if not by Double or Nothing.
Very much so.
Yep.
And then we got backstage promo with Britt Baker, her and her group, and they're with the Cobra Kai's person, I think.
Yes, that's the master. And he shows there is no mercy in AEW. There is
he
mercy.
says something about show no mercy. I think that's his catchphrase.
You know what you gotta do. No mercy. 2 segments for the dude from Cobra Kai, no less.
He should have gone full on when after the match and said, Baker, sweep the leg.
That's what was missing. That's exactly what was missing.
Sweep the leg. And Britt just has this shocked look on her face.
You have a problem with that?
No mercy.
Then we got a Hangman Cole promo in the ring. That was a good time.
Yep.
And Hangman and Cole told Tony to get the fuck out of the ring.
Yeah. Yeah, he seemed really cheery, like, hey, Hangman and Page, Tony Schiavone, you get the hell out of my ring! Hey, Adam,
It reminded me of that skit from SNL with Will Ferrell as the homicidal boss.
I don't think I've seen that one.
He's all nice, talking to Pierce Brosnan and say, hey, we got a barbecue coming up this day. And he would just blow up at his staff for no reason. Like, what are you? You can talk to your whore friends later. You get out of this office or I'll kill you. And you go back, hey, what's going on? Hey.
That's basically Adam Cole whenever he sees Tony Schiavone. Just nothing but blood rage. And he showed a lot of respect to Adam Cole. And after Cole left, Cole showed a lot of respect to Hangman. They seem to have a nice little back and forth, and Hangman even got some nice burns in on Cole.
Yep.
That was a good Hangman Page promo.
That was a good promo battle.
Yeah.
Set up the matchup beautifully for Revolution, I thought.
Oh, yes, and as Cole was leaving the ring, Red Dragon appeared. They attacked Hangman, and it almost looked like, to me, that Cole hesitated for about a second before going to the ring and attacking Hangman himself.
Because he's a break heel, and break heels loves that.
This ended up leading to Dark Order making the save, with Preston Vance running wild over security.
Someone fed him spinach.
No, if by spinach you mean Colombian nose candy, then yes, someone fed him spinach.
No, he's not a Coke guy.
Of
Can't
course
be.
he is. Have you not watched Being the Elite?
I'm willing to bet it was John Silver.
More likely than not, yes. And for anyone wondering why Cole Cabana wasn't there, I believe he's still in Australia.
Yep.
No, he's still I think, is he still a pumpkin or an apple?
Latest, he was an apple.
Okay, still an apple. Okay.
And then we had Jericho and Hager taking on Proud and Powerful, but before the match got started proper, Eddie Kingston made his return.
And the story between Kingston and Jericho keeps going.
And Kingston had a big old huge smile on his face walking down that ramp.
Because he's the heart and soul of AEW.
And it wasn't me, or did Jake Hager do almost nothing in this match?
Oh, he did some stuff. That when he was in the ring, he kept screaming "why" to Ortiz, like "why, why? We were friends, we were family." Like he did not want to be in there with those two, from a kayfabe point of view.
Right.
Yeah.
I just wonder, like, I believe the commentary noted that he has an MMA fight coming up, so maybe they didn't want to do too much with him to minimize any chance of injury.
That and it could be in kayfabe. He just did not want to fight Santana and Ortiz.
Very true, very true. Although Jericho did not have those same sentiments, and
Nope.
oh boy, him and especially Santana were tearing into each other.
And they were beating the piss out of each other.
They didn't have to go that far with this match, but I'm glad they did.
No, I think they had the right call. They had the right idea on that one. Personally, I think that was the right move.
Yep.
And in the end, Proud and Powerful got the victory.
Yes, sir.
And it's
Slightly surprising, but not shot. Not good call. Good call.
They frankly needed the win more than Jericho and Hager did.
Oh yeah, especially if they want to have them climb the ranks and eventually challenge for the belts again.
Yeah.
Because Jericho and Hager, I don't see them as a cohesive tag team going forward.
No.
And afterwards, Jericho went straight after and attacked Kingston, and one thing the commentary noted is Eddie never laid a single hand on Jericho, not even once.
Well, he just was on the apron, trying to talk to the referee, trying to get his former LAX buddies to get up, and Jericho, wily veteran as he is, was taking care of business.
Yep.
And then afterwards, he just dove out of the ring and started just nailing haymakers on him.
Revolution.
Yep. They got a promo scheduled next Wednesday. That's going to set up that match. And good Lord. When's the last time Jericho was in a promo battle this tough?
He's gonna have to bring it if he's going up against.
He's not going to have to be Rockstar Jericho. He's going to have to be best in the world at what I do, Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Basically, yes. I think the last time you had to pull out the big guns for promo ability was MJF.
Yeah.
And Eddie is on that tier with him.
We also got backstage promo where Cole is backstage with the Elite and Red Dragon, and after both teams went their separate ways, Cole didn't know which way to walk.
Calling it now, Red Dragon and the Young Bucks are the two teams going after Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, that's something that went through my mind as well.
Yeah.
And I'm sure at one point, Adam Cole will have to walk down to the ring. He won't know who would help win.
Oh, he already knows which pair he's going to walk down the ring with.
Probably a Red Dragon.
No.
The Elite?
No.
Okay, go hit us with it.
Silver and Reynolds.
All right, yeah.
Fair. Good call.
Yep. As long as Britt's not there. Yeah.
It would be amazing if that's the end payoff. Just a nice callback to when they used to build storylines on being the Elite, just to have it pay off on a pay-per-view.
Yep, but real talk, if that's the way, if they go that route, it could make that triple threat tag match even bigger.
And I can also see it as a way to keep the belts on Jurassic Express, as they could take advantage of all the chaos brewing within the Elite to take advantage and get the victory.
A lot of places they could go with this tag match.
Oh, hell yeah. And not a single one of them is bad.
Yeah.
And then we had one hell of a match between Thunder Rosa and Mercedes Martinez. No disqualifications. And Thunder Rosa rocking the Kill Bill attire.
Very much so, yeah. Ugh, that was a brutal match, and I was here for it.
Yeah, they busted out all the weapons, and she even used a fan for support to jump off of a railing.
Yeah, she needed that fan support, because one wrong move, she could have been fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Whoever, yeah, she was searching for that fan, too.
And that fan was on Twitter.
Yep.
And yeah, as he was there, and apparently one of his friends was next to him, recording the footage of Thunder Rosa hanging on to him as she leaped off. So I highly recommend looking up that footage, because, oh boy, she has some good bouncing skills.
She did. Also, she dressed up as the bride from Kill Bill. Dragged the chair like it was a katana.
Oh, yeah.
Just saying. I thought that was cool.
Yep.
And in the end, Thunder Rosa picked up the victory, and this seemed to show a bit of respect with her and Mercedes. But DMD and company did not like that. They went to ringside where the Cobra Kai dude was sitting, and he said, "No mercy" again. And then they showed no mercy as they beat up both of them.
There is no mercy in this dojo. No mercy in this dojo.
Nope.
Clearly not. And it is now official. Thunder Rosa versus Dr. Britt Baker, DMD at Revolution. Baker, you had a good title run, but it's Thunder Rosa's time.
Yep.
We called it months and months ago. She's dropping it to Thunder Rosa.
It would only seem right from a storytelling perspective.
Yeah, considering how much Baker has been ducking and dodging her and has been putting shit in her way because she's scared of Thunder Rosa.
It's basically Rock and Austin at WrestleMania 15.
Pretty much, yeah.
Where, the corporation will always throw every roadblock in Austin's way, but now here it is. Here's his title match, and there ain't nothing they can do about it. And now, just like Steve Austin, Thunder Rosa's going to walk down to that ring, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, get the belt.
Yep.
And we also had a House of Black promo teasing a new member, which many people are suspecting will be Buddy Matthews.
It will be. Well, they're gonna need all the help they can get since they're going up against Pentagon Dark.
Oh yeah, they basically all confirmed it's going to be Pentadark.
Arms are going to get broken.
For no reason.
All the reasons. Someone's arm's going to get ripped the fuck off.
No, Penta's just going to be at catering. Someone's going to be like, hey, Penta, you look good with the new gimmick.
For you, Maestro!
Also, don't expect Vampiro to be brought in because at this point, I can't imagine his mental illness will have gotten any better.
No, and I don't think he would want to be involved either.
Oh, better yet, have Eddie try to cut a promo, 2.0 interrupts, and then Pentagon Dark interrupts, breaks their arms.
I don't want to taste. I don't want to taste. I don't want to taste.
That's my best friend right there. That's my best friend. Yeah, best friend.
Oh, not my best friend.
No, he would actually be happy about it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Break the other arm, best friend. Break the other arm.
Because Eddie is just that crazy.
Pretty much.
And speaking of crazy, that's the only word I can use to describe this man, because Sammy and Darby they went to hell and nearly killed both themselves multiple times.
Pretty much, yeah.
Pillar versus pillar.
But in the end, Sammy was able to pick up that W, although from interference from Andrade, although Sammy was unconscious, so there was no way he could tell.
Although, if Sammy keeps pulling off these cutters, Randy may have to retire the RKO.
Yeah, DDP was looking at going, that's a fucking diamond cutter, motherfucker.
Or if you're into DDP yoga, diamond cutter.
Diamond cutter.
DDP's looking at that going, that's how it's done. Bang!
Creepy smile.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then
By the way,
afterwards,
that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing.
thank you, Matty.
Gotta get it in.
Very much so. And Andrade, after knocking out both Darby and then afterwards Sammy Guevara, decided, ooh, belts, mine, yoink, yoink.
So, and next Friday, Andrade versus Sammy Guevara.
I believe that's actually, oh yeah, on Friday.
Yeah.
They're actually having the TBS title on TBS and the TNT title on TNT.
By the way, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck if either belt is defended? It's defended on AEW TV. Who gives a shit where it's defended?
It's just funny to know whenever it's not.
I know it's a funny quirk. I'll admit that, but who gives a fuck? Seriously, just saying.
I care. I care.
You care too much.
No, I talk too much.
Anyway.
So I'll do more talking. Rampage happened today.
Yeah, it happened before the show, folks. And it was a good.
Yeah, we saw Adam Cole defeat 10 in a really good match where 10 looked like an absolute out-of-control hoss.
Oh, my God, yes.
That lariat, that counter to the Panama Sunrise into a lariat. Stan Hansen is smiling right now.
Yes, sir.
Indeed, indeed. And I hope he never loses the mask because as cool as he looks without it, that thing just makes him look like he's an uncontrolled psychopath.
I made the joke earlier that he looks, he looks, fuck, I forgot what the joke was.
He looks like fucking Deathstroke.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah,
He looks like
Deathstroke for sure.
Deathstroke on coke.
Deathstroke on Bane juice.
And cocaine.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of DC characters, hi Jade.
Oh yeah, she changed up her look.
Wore a cat suit, not too unsimilar from Jim Carrey's Riddler from the Batman movies.
Except instead of question marks, dollar signs.
Money.
Or classic Riddler from the '60s Batman TV show.
Oh yes.
Actually, I think the Riddler look from the movies was a tribute to that, but the suit, the cat suit that Jade was wearing was a direct reference from the Jim Carrey character.
Oh,
She confirmed it on Instagram.
Ah, nice. And since we're on that topic, she'll be defending the TBS title against the Bunny on Dynamite.
So the Bunny's gonna die.
Yeah, the Bunny's just gonna die. I've already made my opinion of Bunny known.
I like Bunny.
No,
Bunny's fun.
It's not that I don't like her. It's just that, well, she's kind of just average in the ring. At least to me. Not oh my god terrible, but there are other people I know that are better.
Well,
That's fair to say. I'm not gonna shit on that opinion.
Although
Indeed.
she needs to stop looking at the fucking camera like that.
Why? She looks adorable.
If she looks creepy like that, and then she's supposed to be a heel, that's what works.
She's making me think things.
Shit.
Well, try not to think them too loudly, or else her husband and his best friend, the Butcher, will come for you.
That's what I mean. You better stop giving me that look, or else she's going to be future ex-wife number 21.
Nevertheless,
by the way, I shared the Instagram post from Jade with the acknowledgement of the reference. For those,
so in our next match, Powerhouse Hobbs defeated Dante Martin to advance in the future of the Face of the Revolution ladder match, and one hell of a match it was. Got to see high-flying stuff from Mr. Martin, including an excellent tornado dive off the top rope.
Absolutely. And in a change of convention where two big dudes and you put in a smaller dude, smaller, more athletic dude to take the bumps, nope. Hobbs wins. So, Wardlow, Keith Lee, Powerhouse Hobbs. Beef!
Can I just say how fucking good Powerhouse Hobbs looked in the ring?
He looked like a hoss. He looked good in that match.
Not just that in his moves, it's just it's his swagger. He's getting so much better.
He could be in that he could be at that top tier level by this time next year.
Yeah. And fun fact, he has said on Twitter that most of his character development and all of his improvement he thanks to Mark Henry.
Oh, nice. Good influence.
So Mark Henry paying off already.
So much so that he considers Mark Henry to be a father figure to him.
Oh, that's adorable.
In fact, he said, and I quote, that on his phone, whenever Mark Henry calls him, it doesn't say Mark Henry, it says Dad.
Oh,
nice.
That's wholesome.
Nice.
I love that. I love wholesome stuff like that in wrestling.
Yeah. So he is not only learning from Taz, but he's learning from Mark Henry, and I can see it. He is growing, and I love it.
One thing people may not know about Mark Henry is that he is very good at character work and also very good at just being able to stage himself to make himself look as good as possible in front of a camera because he studied film production whenever he was injured.
In fact, his Hall of Pain run, where you would see the end, part of his entrance and his back blocks the entire entranceway.
Yeah.
That's him. Movies.
Yeah, he directed basically all of that. Like, the camera stuff was all him.
I buy that.
By the way, Sami Zayn is a new Intercontinental Champion, if you care about that. And we were happy for Sami, but beyond that, it's the Fed, and we don't.
No.
Congratulations to Sami, though. Absolutely.
Yeah, happy for Sami, but just a shame that the IC title doesn't really mean much nowadays.
IC title is dead. At this point, it's an accomplishment. We acknowledge it, and we congratulate our boy. Beyond that,
the title means nothing.
Yep, he's dead.
Well, one person who is not dead is the man who won the main event, the Switchblade, Jay White.
In a great match, I thought.
Yep, against Trent Beretta.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Is this the first time that a member of Chaos and a member of Bullet Club ever wrestled in the main event on a Dynamite or a Rampage?
Yes, it is.
That's what I thought.
And just like every other encounter between Bullet Club and Chaos, Bullet Club came out on top, baby! Suck it, car junkie!
See, I won the match all by myself, like a big boy. And I didn't need Daddy Gato's help.
You know, folks, I'd shit on that, but he did win it clean, technically.
100% clean. And one thing I liked is that
finish, though, damn. I'm
before we get to the finish, I like the spot where he whipped Trent Beretta into the barricade, and the commentary made sure to note that's exactly what happened a few years ago that injured JR for a bit.
They brought up the Barnett incident, folks.
Yeah, where Josh Barnett legitimately wanted to fuck him up, and Jay did not break character.
Now he was like, oh, come on, fight me, Josh, come on.
And Josh dropped an F-bomb. He's like, now you fucked up.
Oh, you fucked up now.
You fucked up! Now you fucked up!
Now you fucked up! You're fucked up now!
I can honestly say that but I'm happy that old JD is actually now a big fan of Jay White. Like before Jay White came to AEW, he was aware of him, but he doesn't watch New Japan. But after watching like a match he did like a couple of months back, and he's like, I fucking love this guy. He is so smooth in the ring, and he's now a big mark for Jay White.
Good.
And now, Matty, you may talk about that excellent finish.
So yeah, it's back and forth where we have attempts of the Switchblade, the Blade Runner finish, and of Strong Zero, a couple of attempts, and it was just out of nowhere where Beretta had the advantage. And you want to talk about smooth, you know, White reverses, gets into position. Blade Runner, 1, 2, 3.
Smooth butter.
Smooth.
You want to know what? Now that he's walked through the forbidden door. There's one match I just want to see happen, just to see who is the bigger heel. MJF versus Jay White. Like, how do you book that?
Well, Jay White would probably be the default babyface because even in this match, the crowd was cheering for him.
It was 50-50 between Beretta and Jay White, and Jay White's a good promo. He is not that. He cannot hang with MJF, and I mean this respectfully. On a promo level, Jay White is a professional wrestler and knows what he is in New Japan. He is very much aware of what he is in New Japan. MJF, it would be a mismatch. It would not work.
On the mic.
On the mic, it would not work. In the ring, magic. I think the both men trying to out cheat each other. I harken back to that Lucha match where MJF and Cody Rhodes were teaming up, and both MJF were and another dude were legal, and they were both trying to get each other. Eye poke, low blows, and it was a handshake. I was like, all right, good call, and they both flop. I could see a spot like that happening.
Oh, it's good. I could just see them, if they ever made that match, they having weapons all around the ring, little tools and trinkets, and just to see who prepped better in cheating than the other. I would pay to see that match.
It would be excellent. And for the final bad news I have, we have some roster confirmations for 2K22, and some of these are very nice to see. So we have Tegan Knox, Killer Cross, Dexter Lumis, Keith Lee, John Morrison, Farouk, Raul Mendoza, Mace, T-Bar, Lana, Swerve, Imperium, Raquel Gonzalez, and Kushida.
So a lot of the roster was confirmed before the bloodletting.
And should we note that a lot of these were confirmed via just people looking at some of the blurry screenshots and matching them up with like renders of these wrestlers that they would take.
Imagine playing this game and then getting heartbroken when you see all those names that have been released.
Yeah.
It is going to be both an exciting title and a very, very sad title at the same time.
Well, these people are going to be making some double cash because Keith Lee's making the AEW money and that 2K22 money. Double dipping, baby!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Also, you want to know how somebody was able to decide that the blurry picture was John Morrison? They literally just looked at his abs and showed a picture like, no, this is John Morrison. And they're like, oh, it matches. Because all you can see
most famous abdomen.
Makes sense, yeah.
All you can see from the picture was his abs, because it's on the My GM screen, and you just see a blurry picture, and the only part that was clear was his abs. And someone showed a picture of him, and it's like, oh yeah, the two pictures perfectly line up. So yeah, that's John Morrison.
That's internet detective work, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not internet detective. It's not internet detective work at all. It's the sex.
Fair.
You can't hide that level of sex in a video game.
Fair.
It's just amazing the fact that he has the most famous set of abdomens in the world of wrestling. Absolutely amazing, and it's also going to be interesting to see just how many more released wrestlers are going to be in the game, because it seems like if you are in the game, like if you're on the roster, like around November, you're still in the game. Like if you're cut around November, you're still going to be in the game. So this is going to be like half the roster is going to be missing.
I almost want to pre-order just to see, okay, how hard did the Fed fuck up?
Yeah, because half the roster in this game is literally going to be released wrestlers.
Yeah.
Either that or people that are still missing from television, because, like, where's Dexter Lumis?
Mustafa Ali's going to be in there, too. Watch.
Well, of course he is. He's not released.
And as part of a 2025 DLC, Veer Mahan.
Oh, right, 2025. That's conservative.
I had to be fair.
Oh, man, fair. No, true. Fair enough.
And that is all I have this week, unless either of you have anything you'd like to bring up.
I just want to say that the No Surrender card is going to be damn good tomorrow night.
Oh, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I really want to see W. Morrissey dethrone Moose because he is ready. He is more than ready.
Yep, W. Morrissey would be challenging Moose for the Impact World title in the main event, which, if you had told me this a year ago, I would have said, wow, what a downhill decision. But W. Morrissey has really built himself back up. He really has.
Yep.
He's got a world title match. He's got multiple world title matches in his belt, especially with Impact. So, good on him, I say.
Mm-hmm. The only other thing is the main event for House of Glory has been set and is a first-time ever tag team dream match between them boys, the Briscoe brothers, versus Pentagon Dark and Rey Fenix, the Lucha brothers.
Hey, Pentagon, would you break Enzo's arm, please? Thank you.
Yeah,
Do not touch the W.
Are they on the same show?
Enzo is not. W is on Impact. Obviously.
I mean for the House of Glory show. Are they on the same show?
You said Lucha Brothers versus
Dem Boys.
Oh,
Dem Boy. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, we do know about that End Zone cast. We'll be facing the Hardy Boys in the future. And then we can send Penta over there.
And break Enzo's arms.
Yeah.
Stay away from W. Morrissey. He has plans.
Yeah.
He's got big plans. A master plan, if you will.
Yes, sir.
Best plans ever. First, I'm going to defeat the Hardy Boys. And then I'm going to join Team Extreme. Then I'm going to go to Revolution. And when Bryan Danielson is wrestling Jon Moxley, I will go to the back, go in the refrigerator, and drink his milk. He'll never see it coming.
Honestly, W, he's right there. You could bust that forbidden door and break his head.
That would be the obvious thing to do. But the people with brains, Matty J, know that you got to do it round.
He's in the ring. You could screw him out of a match against John goddamn Moxley.
Or I could drink his milk, which he will never see coming.
He doesn't even drink milk. He's vegan.
That's why he'll never see it coming. Hey, Khaki Dory.
Seriously, someone should point him to the ring. He's right there. You can beat him up. Yeah, it's obvious, but it's obvious for a reason. There's no or. You beat him up or you beat him up. That's it.
Or there's 10 oars.
God damn it.
Yes, he has 10 rowing oars in his backpack.
Why? Why not?
God damn it.
Who doesn't walk around with 10 rowing oars in their backpack?
Indeed, who doesn't walk around with 10 rowing oars in their backpack? Wink, wink.
God damn it. Chance to fuck over Bryan Danielson right off the bat. Damn Bryan. It's like right in his face, and he's not even going to go for it.
You have to wait for the opportunity to be perfect, Matty J.
It's right fucking there. Pay-per-view.
It's not perfect yet. It's not perfect yet.
Bullshit, it's not perfect. Anyway, I got a little bit of news. It's not related to anything. I forgot to bring it up at the top of the program for those wondering. No Wrestle-Cast next week. For obvious reasons. For the obvious reason of my sister is getting married. We are welcoming some family. And honestly, I just want to chill out. Enjoy the weekend. Some family are going to be over. A lot of us, a good chunk of family we haven't seen in way too long are going to be there, and I would very much like just to chill out and just have fun. So no Wrestle-Cast next week. I don't care what the good news is. I might do Rift Down, and we might discuss some things. So if you want us to talk about some wrestling stuff and other geek stuff, because, you know, it's us. Rift Zone, Thursday on T-Dub's old YouTube channel, we do our thing over there as well. So there you go. That being said, gentlemen, winners and losers. Shin, you know where we go.
Unfortunately, I don't have a D-cell this week.
Really?
I can't even think of a real... Even if the Fed is a loser, I can't even think of anything worth it being a loser over besides it being the Fed. It's just... I'm struggling. I couldn't think of anything worth being called a loser this week.
Fair enough. So I guess the Fed, and that's it.
The Fed by default, I guess. But
there you go. D-Dub.
No.
Yeah, I got nothing. Just the Fed as well. It's a good week. It's a good week for wrestling.
It was. I will say this. I struggled with Cody Rhodes. Should I put him in winner? Should I put him in loser? I just put him in a question mark at this point. What he's doing, regardless of our opinion on the matter, is a mystery. Sometimes mysteries are good. We don't know where it's going to wind up at this point. We sit back and see what's going to happen. But as far as the loser is concerned, yeah, the Fed. They let go of Carlos Cabrera.
Yeah, 29 years of employment?
29, yeah.
Thousands of tables broken in front of his face. Thousands of calls made about Triple Hachi.
The good news is, Cabrera is Hugo Savinovich. They're going to team right back up. I see nothing wrong with that.
Indeed.
And if you see something wrong with that, you're not a wrestling fan.
Well, it's not one that's been around long enough, because back in our day when we started watching wrestling, the Smash Announce team was Hugo Savinovich and Carlos Cabrera.
Yep.
That being said, let's do winners.
Winners is quite easy. AEW for doing all the right moves with both a great Dynamite and a great Rampage this week, setting up for a absolutely stellar looking Revolution in a couple of weeks, which we're all going to be watching. Let's see. Dem Boys versus the Lucha Bros. That's going to be a great match. Matt Cardona making all the plays. Congratulations, my friend, on a well-deserved win.
Absolutely.
And the Garganos for giving birth to another future world champion in Quill Gargano.
Hold on. All right, let's think about this. Gargano loves playing video games.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he has a baby.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe this baby could be best friends with the baby of another Twitch gamer.
Ooh, okay.
I think you know where I'm getting at.
I think
The ultimate tag team in the future.
Quill Gargano and Ripley Christensen.
There you go. Thank you.
Somebody get Max on the horn. Let's make this happen.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hey, if Johnny Gargano ever decides to get froggy and jump in AEW, there will be chance of baby wrestling.
Quill Gargano versus whatever the hell the name of John Moxley kid is.
5 stars already.
I don't think we ever had that confirmed, have we?
I don't know the name of John and Renee's baby.
Fair enough. T-Dub.
I only have one winner this week, and that is 10! Preston Vance.
You had a hell of a match, hell of a week altogether. Not bad at all.
Yep, and I hope that the future's bright for him.
So
and right now, I just want a belt to go into Dark Order. Come on, they've been waiting long enough. Give them a belt.
Fair enough. For me, The Undertaker, obvious, going into the Hall of Fame. AEW, obvious, had another hell of a week, and from the sounds of it, something big is coming. MJF, you know, the normal, anyone would have just picked up the microphone, said something, and left. MJF sold the announcement of the dog collar match perfectly. This man understands sometimes you just need to drop the mic and look pissed and get the fuck out.
He looked like he was shaking, like he didn't know what to do with himself.
Very true.
Very true. And one last one to, I mentioned the wedding to my sister and her fiance, soon-to-be husband. It's going to happen next week. I doubt they even listen to this show. So if they do, congratulations to both of you. I'll just tell them I gave them the winner and loser for that. Yeah, I'm looking very much forward to it. Almost didn't happen thanks to a particular thing that's about to get broken up. It is in the process of getting broken up, thank God. But that's another story for another day. And don't get me started on that, folks. There's a reason why I'm not expressing my opinion on that on social media. It's enough of a shit show with just the wrestling stuff, okay? But I've been told it should be ongoing, so I knock on wood and simply go, let's go get dressed up, celebrate a wedding, and get buzzed. That being said, let's do some plugging, boys.
Oh, time for some cheap plugs. Of course, you know Maxicorn on YouTube. And thankfully, hopefully, I've solved my freezing issue, so I'll be back to making some more War Mahort lore videos. Also, I've decided that I'm actually going to publish my newest book, one chapter at a time, on Wattpad.com, just to see if people are interested in it. And if a lot of people read it, then I may codify it all into just a single book. So there's that. I'll be posting that in a couple of weeks. But other than that, you already know, New World, Amazon, paperback, still available. Going to be working on the second edition, making some improvements, making some stuff. Going to have a new cover. So hopefully Amazon doesn't take it down this time. So there's that. Thank you.
D-Dub?
Well, I have a new video, a Paper Mario review with a cameo from Shintigercurl over here.
By the way, folks, I've seen the video. You should watch the video. That's all I'm going to say.
Thank you.
That's no trouble, man.
That was a funny-ass cameo.
Thank you for the cameo, Shin, and thank you for the Black Matty.
There you go.
That's no trouble.
Hey, I don't have anything else to add other than patreon.com/TWK reviews if you want to see T-Dub's new video early. Of course, paypal.me/MattyJ316 for any tip jar related situation. Donations are optional, but always appreciated. You can follow us on Twitter at MattyJ316, at TWKOfficial, and at Shintigercurl. I am on TikTok at MattyJWC. And any comments and questions you want to ask us, we are glad to answer them. The Wrestle-Cast@gmail.com is where you send those. It's on the screen as well. We got Discord in our Twitch description and all that good stuff. At this point, yeah, plenty of reasons to follow us on stuff. I'm not that deep in social media right now. I'm trying to stay away from the tire fire that is, well, social media when you think about it. So, but whenever I tweet, it'll be something. There it is, you know. So that being said, that's it. That's all, folks. That's the show. And we went exactly 90 minutes, but we could have gone longer. Hey, you know what? Hey, we have an overrun. I'll take an overrun at that point.
Yeah, we got an overrun, and we
got an overrun. I'll take an overrun. Why not?
And we didn't. The best part is we didn't have to rush anything because of the Rampage.
Yeah,
we were able to take our time, analyze as we pleased. It's been a while since we've been able to do that.
It's been a while. We can't do it every week, unfortunately, unless we want to start at 8, which I don't think that's an idea in our heads. But
no, 8:30 is soon enough for me.
Yeah. That being said, folks, enjoy the weekend. There's some wrestling afoot. Watch that. Enjoy it for what it is and all that good stuff. But we thank you very much for tuning in and saying hi to everybody on behalf of everybody, including Shintigercurl.
I'm getting real sick and tired of that rumor.
What rumor?
Fuck you, Barry.
Thank you. Thank you, Shane.
You know, there's going to be a segment where you got to read off random celebrities' names. And the three of us are going to get that. On behalf of TWK. My name's Matty, reminding you to help professional wrestling support your independent promotion as soon as possible. We're off next week, but in 2 weeks, the Go Home Show preview, AEW Revolution. You know we got to rest up for that. There's an excuse. See you in 2 weeks, folks. Enjoy the wrestling until then. Have a good one. Have a safe one. Hey, Claudia. Stem, Felicitación. Bye, everybody. Bye.
while we're at it, aren't we all such big freaking stars? I'm gonna carry this bag all around all the time with all this gold, all these accolades, all these belts, and they don't mean dick. And while we're at it, these promoters, all this money you're giving me, all of a sudden, you know what? It doesn't mean dick to me. I don't want it. What I want is Bryan Danielson's head on a stick.